Hi guys, what do you say? Perfect spot for a hammock? We're about to find out. So, I was going up to water the garden and it's still too hot. So I'm like, I know just what I want to work on. And I was going to show you, these are my tools that I use. My trusty shovel. I have no clue what those are, but I call them yard scissors. And my little short-handled loppers, and my little shovel, and my rake. How I know my own tools, I put duct tape around the bottoms of all of them, because everybody's got yellow handles. So here's what we got to deal with. Here are just weeds, and not a bag of bones, a basket of bones. So, I think I told you in an earlier video, when we first started the food forest, that they pick up the old bones and they're going to grind them into bone meal for the soy. On this side we got, I already cut that grass once, I'm going to cut it down short. We'll put some stones around it. It's a little bit of viney stuff. I'm going to leave that. If you see my creepy shadows, guys, yeah, there she is. Don't be scared of her. She's harmless. She fucking stalks me, but she's harmless. So I like these vines. And there's no leaves on them, so I know they're not poison ivy. And it's so muggy and hot. There's another little shade tree. You guys that saw earlier videos when I first got here remember there was nothing but wild bramble patches all here where it's tilled. So all of this will be food and flowers for the food forest. And then you probably remember those trees were nothing but bramble too, which there is no more of. There's just a few weeds to weed eat. And the pond is dried up enough, I think he can scoop out all that good soil. And I don't know, there's some dead wood and stuff over there. And then we're back to where we started. So, guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll work a while and then chat at the end. See how rocky this is, guys? You gotta start the shovel about 10 times before you find the spot where you can actually dig a hole. A lot of tree roots around them. So you just gotta find the spot in between. I always bring large shovel, small shovel. I don't know if you can see them, guys. These are sunflowers. I figure I'll plant 3 or 4 around each tree. Just a couple more, guys. I'll come chat. Well, we might have to grow stuff in pots around that tree. That's okay, though. Good enough, guys. Oh my goodness. Hello. It's been a long day. Don't mind my sweat, guys. Sorry, I gotta reach around you. My bad. Wow. It's overcast, super breezy, and hot, and muggy, and humid. I can't work in the upper garden. It's full sun right now. guys can't hear me because of wind, I might have to do a voiceover on this video. I've never done a voiceover. I'm actually very nervous too. And I don't know why. I feel like I'm talking to myself, as if I'm kind of not talking to myself right now. I'm sure if any bears are watching, they're quite amused. So, I think I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys up close to the flowers I chose to put up here around the hammock. I can tell right now that I can't dig there because my knee. I don't know if all you guys know, some of you might not know that you're crooked. Sorry, hold on. Every time, guys, that happens. So, I have a plate and 7 screws in my right knee. And I don't baby it at all. That's why I haven't had a knee replacement yet. I know when to quit. I know when it's worked enough. And I listen to it. So lately, with all the digging and gardening and stuff, it's been telling me it doesn't want to work. So if I go to stab my shovel in with my right knee, which I use my right side, my right leg, my right hand, if the shovel doesn't sink into the soil, I'll move a few inches, try a couple more times, and then I'll just make a new plan, because I'm not going to fuck up my knee, you know. It's already been shattered and put back together, and I'm not trying to do any damage. So, anywho, I'm rambling. I'm excited to go sit in the hammock and swing for a minute. So, I'll turn the camera around, show you guys my plants and how I water them, and then I will sit in my hammock and chit chat with you. See you in a minute, guys. Hi, honey, Shadow. Guys, this is Shadow. He is, if they didn't lie to me twice, they lied once. They told me he was a miniature Australian Shepherd tricolor. Come here, baby boy. He loves the bone basket, and I just let him pick what he wants. But they told me he was a miniature, and he's 6 months old. Now, my goodness, he's the size of a freaking normal Australian Shepherd. And the guy breeds them, and if he gets the real colorful merles, they sell like crazy. But these, he said he just can't give them away. And I'm like, really? And he said, yeah, they're free if you want one. I'm like, we need a cattle dog. And that's what these are, herding dogs. But he's very interesting. It took me a few days to name him, but I named him Shadow. Because, look, you can see his shadow. Because, hi baby boy. Because 2 reasons. He's scared of his own shadow, and second, because I come down here, I don't even call him. I just hear him coming up behind me. Isn't our food forest beautiful, guys? It doesn't even have any food in it, hardly. I did find a couple morel mushrooms right there under the big tree, though, this spring. So, I know there's a little patch over there, and I'm not going to let the guys till there. I told them anywhere that you see a circle of rocks, there's something planted there. So even if you can't see it, it might be a bulb or a root plant. But so, guys, I did get some of my little, I don't know, maybe the flower child knows what these are. They may be brown-eyed Susans. Dennis, you might know. You're from South. They're freaking beautiful, and they're everywhere. And my landlord has sand up at his part of the farm, so I went to pick one and just pick it off, and the whole freaking root came up. I'm like, oh, you want to come home with me and your 50 friends too. So he didn't care. I dug him up. So, guys, shit. I left my glasses over there. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Because I don't remember plants. If it's not something I'm really familiar with, I've never heard of. Like this. right there. I've wanted mint. I tried to bring mint from my Washington home and I couldn't. And this is called, oh wait, this one isn't mint. This one is Italian basil. And these are called bee balm. And we want bees and butterflies down here. Okay, here it is. This is the only kind of mint they had, and it's called apple mint. I've never heard of that before. And these are, oh, I love them. I've never had them before. They are cupcake carrot. What are you? I don't know. I don't see on that one. This one is chamomile, German chamomile, and Washington has chamomile all over, so I used to pick it just out of the yard everywhere. And I thought I brought some of that, but I didn't, so. Alright, so that's what we got on this side, guys. This side, we're planting the little, both sides will have some sunflowers. Sunflowers, same thing, a chamomile, one of those funny little flowers. And I don't know, some little baby's breath looking stuff. But, anyway guys, I'll show you how I water them when they're new, fragile plants. Okay, so what I did is I sacrificed my really long-handled stainless ladle just for planting the starters and the seeds and stuff. Because the reason I use this is because if you just go pouring water on it, especially from standing up, most people are too lazy to stoop down, you know? And if you do that, you're going to splatter all your fresh soil away from the roots of the baby plants you just put in. So to me, that's very important. And I mean, it's just dirt. I'll probably take my ladle back, go get a dollar store one, but for right now, in order for these little ones to get a good start in the ground, I figure it's best for me to spoon it on there with something. And it's just rainwater, so I don't mind. I'll just clean it back up. But yeah, guys, anywho, let's go chat. We had a great day. Hi guys. I've been waiting to do this for over a year. Actually, right about a year. Because I got them last summer. Oh yeah. I could get used to this, guys. It's freaking awesome. Let's have a moment of silence. This is awesome, guys. Oh my goodness. I am 54 years old and I have never laid in a hammock before. I like it. Guys, let's make a habit of that. So, hope you can see me. See my face, guys? You had the best day ever. We went to the Growers Farmer Market. That has been a dream of mine for about 5 or 6 years, maybe 7. And I finally got to go. Washington is really strict. They make you have a food handler card, and oh my goodness, it's insane. It's like I'm not cooking and serving food to the public. I'm growing vegetables in the garden, rinsing them off and selling them. Whatever. You know what I mean? They want you to go to the grocery store, spend lots of money. So, Missouri, you could sell fresh milk, raw milk, butter. We sold lots of butter today. Sold lots of my dehydrated veggies. First, everybody thought it was potpourri. I'm like, no, those are vegetables. And they did double take. They're like, well, what? And I'm like, that's soup mix. Just add the meat. And they're like, oh my. And we made friends with the old guy that is in charge of everything. It's only $2 to set up in your, I forget what you call it, but you know, your spot. $2, guys, and you just give them your address and your phone number and what you're selling. Sign your name and go to town. So it was very nice. We made some really good connections with local honey farmer. They said he's a hard ass. Bob said, oh, he's a hard ass. He must really like you. And we're like, he does really like us. So he actually, I gave him a little sample jar of the honey butter I made. And he was excited like a little kid. And then he came back a few minutes later with some of his honey. And he said, here, put this in my next week's honey, or butter. I'm like, sweet. First sale of next week, done. It's kind of shit I was born to do, guys. So I'm trying to think what else has been going on. Bob wants us to take over the milk cow. I'm down. It ain't no freaking pony, guys, but what the heck. We're getting there, okay? It's closer. It's got hooves. Anyway, I just had a funny thought, you know. No, I'm not breaking the damn dairy cow to ride. I will have a pony. So, he wants us to kind of help us start a little business. And I feel like we should take advantage of that. Not advantage in a bad way. I feel like we should accept, you know. He makes that he makes that offer, it appears to me, to pretty much everybody that he sees that you have good work ethic and you're honest and hardworking. He makes that offer. It's just a matter of if you are responsible and reliable enough, and we are. So we're gonna give it a shot. He said if we want to do that, he'll invest in a milk machine, so we don't have to hand squeeze the milk. You know, because it might sound like an easy job, but it's not. I mean, JT has to go sweat his ass off to chase her down, and freaking she's a bitch of a cow, let me tell you. We're getting ready to halter break her. So she'll go run under bushes while they're trying to milk her, and she won't go in the stall, so they're like, fine, we'll milk her right here in the pasture, and she'll be fine. They'll get one side emptied out, and then next thing you know, she just takes off and runs through the creek or walks out into the pond. A few times she just laid down right in the middle milking. Tell me that ain't ornery. So, what else has been going on? Oh, the dog. We didn't get a new dog. He's the farm dog. We got him for Bob. We're just helping raise him up and get him through the last of his puppy stuff. And he's a farm dog, so he won't be included in our travels. I decided most of my plants are not going in the ground. They're in pots, and if they're in a pot big enough to go to adulthood, they're staying in pots. I have so much work, guys. I don't have time to add weeding in, you know. Like my strawberry patch, I'm going to have to completely redo my strawberry patch, because while I was doing all the other gardening, it got overgrown by weeds. I don't have time or energy to sit out there and pick them out. so it's easier for me just to dig out my strawberries and move them to another spot. So that's what we're going to do. Maybe over the ground cover so that we don't have that problem. And since they're a plant that just comes back every year, it's not like it has to be taken out of the ground like onions or other root plants. So we'll see, guys. Anyway, I have a few other things I want to show you, and I'll be back in a couple days. See you then. I forgot something, guys. I forgot to say goodbye. And I miss you. And I'll see you soon.